Dear friends, to explain you what is a straight cut clearly, I'm using this queen. You can see that there's a white mark running to the diameter of the queen. I'm going to place it diagonally to the carom. So on this diagonal, I'm using the star as the reference. You can see to make sure that my point of contact will be at 45 degrees. So you will see that will be my point of contact, and here I'm just making sure that I have properly placed the queen for you guys to understand, because understanding is very important, because many times we say straight cut but nobody understands. So again, I'm making sure it's the diagonal, you can see, and then I will place my striker exactly below the point of contact in a straight line. You see, you take it, the point of contact is exactly in a straight line below, and then I will hit the striker exactly in the straight line on the point of contact, and that's the straight cut for you. In the slow motion you will see that the queen is rotating in the anti-clockwise direction because of the cut. So that's the straight cut for you guys. That's the straight cut. And now if you have understood what it is, let me do it on the other side. I'll quickly do it. I will take it out and I'll place the queen now, this time aligning it to the other side, so the diagonal only, but on the other, in the other pocket, pocket to pocket. So I will take the striker exactly in a straight line below the point of contact, and again I will launch the striker exactly in the straight line on the point of contact to pocket it with a straight cut. Only this time the coin rotated in the clockwise direction due to the cut imparted. The second very important point that I want to make is that on many carom channels you will see that they are just focusing on the point of contact. So here I have arranged the queen for you to understand, and I'm going to play it straight this time. You will see as I play straight, you will see in slow motion there is hardly any rotation in the queen. And now the point for you to understand, guys, even on the biggest carom channel, it's only the point of contact that has been focused upon. Now again I'm placing my striker for the straight cut, you will see, and here you will understand. If I play this straight cut with less power, you will see what will happen. It will not get necessary cut, and it will just bang on the frame on the right side. So okay, and so it is not getting enough rotations, not getting enough cut, and that's what is happening. Now the same straight cut, okay, the same straight cut, if I place my striker and I hit it hard in the same path, what will happen? You will see bang, the coin will hit on the left side of the pocket. So you will see that if you don't use the necessary power and control, it goes wrong. And now the same straight cut, when I play it with the perfect power and control, well, it will go into the pocket. That's the thing. Time and again, be it in my video on the grip analysis of Irshad Ahmed ji, or be it in the video of my press stroke, or even in my video on the touch shot with Vikas Dharia, I've explained the importance of power, control and accuracy. The point of contact represents the accuracy, but if you don't achieve it with the correct power and control, it's not going to work. So what's exactly happening here? Let me show you. Again, I have arranged the queen in the same manner. I'm going to take my striker for the straight cut, and you will see. So now when I want to hit it slightly hard, anyway it's a straight cut, so you cannot hit very hard. So if I want to hit it slightly hard for defense or for attack, I have to hit it slightly on the left, say 1 or 2 degrees, 1 degree on left, and then if I hit hard, still it will go in the pocket. And the same thing when I want to hit it slow, for just, you know, to just slightly open in the center, at that time I will slightly hit on the right, you know, 1 or 2 degrees to get it in the pocket. And the big champions, they're doing it unconsciously, but I as a leisure player doing it consciously. So to create that unconscious instinct, let's do some practice. Here, this is the first level of practice, the easiest one. I have taken these 2 black coins and, you know, I have placed them at the end of the circular arrows, and then you can see I have placed a few more white coins and a queen in the center and in the middle, sorry. And the side coins, you will see this is on the upper margin of the side base line, and you can see my body position needs to be aligned in a straight line, you know, and I have to particularly pay attention when I am so close, because it looks like a straight coin, but it is not. It is a straight cut. Again, I have to make sure that my body position is in the straight path in the direction of the striker, and then launch the striker straight, just to make sure that I get it right. Okay, especially when the coins are close to the base, it's easy, but we don't do the basics. Again, I have to make sure that my striker goes straight, and there I will get my straight cut correctly. Okay, so here again I'm just for you guys to understand, I'm placing the striker below the contact point in a straight line and then launching my striker to pocket it. So over here, once we come to the middle, it's easy to understand. You can see the pocket is like this. If I was to play straight, I would have aligned myself in this straight manner, but now as I'm playing straight cut, I am not aligning my striker position in the direction of the pocket, but I'm aligning it straight in the direction, the path in which my striker will go. Okay, so that is something that you need to absolutely understand in terms of body position, and there I got it right. And here again I'm doing the same thing. Okay, so if it was straight, I'm doing it in the straight line, not as a straight piece, and then I'm getting it right. And this one, it's even more easy. If I was supposed to hit it straight, it would have been like this, right? But then not, it is a straight cut I'm practicing, so I get my striker straight in one straight line below the point of contact, and then hit with correct power and control to get it pocketed. So that's the straight cut for you. This was the easiest level. Let's go to the next level. So to increase the difficulty level in the second level, in the first level we had the coins pretty close to the baseline. Now we are taking them away from the baseline even more, at the same level as the center coin, you can see. So at this point, you know, you will need more control and it will become even more difficult. Now again, start with the first coin, which is on the side, on the upper margin of the baseline, on the side frame. Yeah, okay, so that I got it correct. So this is pretty much easy because it's almost like a straight piece, so you won't even understand the straight cut part. Once we start moving more towards the middle, you will see that the straight cut will become more evident. So over here I did it over here. Okay, so now as we move to the middle, it will become more evident, and as the coins are far away, the body position is also naturally, you know, going in the direction of the striker, so you don't have to take the extra effort that you had to take when the coin was very close to the baseline. And here the last coin, which is the center coin, a straight cut on the center coin, we finish it with that. So this is the second level. Let's get it even more difficult to go to the third level. In the third level, friends, you will see I'm just arranging 5 coins, 2 on the base ball of the side baseline, on the opposite side, 2 on the end of the circular arrows on the opposite half, and 1 a queen, which is again at the end of the star in the opposite half. So these are very common positions. For example, you will see, okay, why this one? For example, this here we are playing. This is a very common situation that you will come across when you have just, you know, finished a break. It's a very clumsy position, you don't have place for the striker, and so you come across this shot very often. So please do practice these two. Okay, and then you come to these two, in which, you know, this is again a very attack defense kind of a shot, in which you will come across, and moreover you get reference of the circular arrows. So do practice this one, it's a very useful one. And finally we come to this queen, which is also again an attack defense kind of a shot. You will see the striker which will come back almost to my base. So this is a very useful shot. Okay, so now let's see how we can apply. Here is a position in which whites are, you cannot play any whites, except this white is blocking the opponent's way. So there is only one white remaining, and there is this cluster which can be freed. So we use this coin, we try to play a straight cut to free this cluster, okay, which is a block. So we have only one coin to play, so we will play, play straight cut. The striker will move, cut it, and then move into the cluster. Okay, so let's play it and see what happens. Slowly and steadily with control we'll play it. You will see in the slow motion we have just freed just enough so that now we have one small opening. We have freed the cluster and we have the opening for this white coin. So in this way, using straight cut, you can achieve the openings, and open such kind of clusters, See an application for the second level of practice. So imagine that the black coin is the opponent's coin. So here your white coin is stuck at the opponent's base. So you play the second level practice straight cut, you can see here, and you can just free your white coin. There is less risk over here because your opponent's coin is at your base, and you get your white coin free. Now here imagine as if you're in a break to finish situation, a slam situation. So here you can directly employ an attack strategy. You see, you cannot do a classic cut, so you straightly go for a straight cut and also get the other coin, make it easy and go for the finish. So here you do it. Let's watch it again in slow motion. And in this way you can achieve advanced level finishes using the third level practice that we did for the straight cut earlier. Now let's consider this very strategic position. The white has completed his break and now it's left for us. We have 9 coins and there are 2 clusters. You can see there is this first cluster which we want to break because most of our black coins are concentrated over there, and the second cluster, most of them are 4 are white coins and there are 2 black coins. If the opponent takes them towards him, only the black coins will come towards the pocket. So here we carefully play the straight cut on our black coin, the only black coin which is free, and just free our first cluster, you see. And once we free it very carefully, you will see we'll get a very nice opening on the whites, and there's only 1 white coin which is also for defense, and the second cluster is as it is. So even if the other guy then takes that cluster towards him, the black coins are going to come close to the pocket. So this is how you need to play. Friends, what I played in the previous shot was actually a bomb using the straight cut. Okay, so about the bombs now, about the bombs using straight cuts, it is very important to understand. For example, here if you say, okay, I want to do a straight cut and play a bomb on the other side, on that particular coin which is stuck at the opponent frame, I cannot do it, because if I do it, it will be so hard that the coin will rebound from the pocket or it will just jump out of the pocket. So say if it is over here, and again if I say, okay, I want to hit it hard and use it as a bomb to get the other piece out, I still cannot, because it will be still very hard. The hit will be still very hard, and the result will be almost similar. So here again, now it's almost in the middle. So even over here with a straight cut, I still cannot do a bomb. Bomb is still not plausible. For the other hand, for example, if I do a cross cut, the bomb will be very much plausible because of the rotations, and you can impart more speed on it. So cross cuts I will do later, but here is an example of a bomb using straight cut that is possible. So this is exactly the kind of straight cut we played for our third level. So here you can see the coin is almost in a straight line below the other coin, and we easily play a bomb and get our other coin released. So this is a very classic example of bomb using straight cut. Let's see one more classic example in which the coin in question is on the opponent's baseline on the left ball. So this is a classic. Next one is even a more attacking shot. You will see I'm arranging the queen at the opponent's base, and the coin to be released is just beside the queen. We have the black coin at our base for the defense, so we play this shot and get our white coin ready for the finish. Well played. Let's finish this video with one last creative setup. You can see over here the whites are blocked at the base. We cannot do really a striker follow, it is difficult. Blacks have an easy finish if we don't do anything. If we play a third also on this white, it will not release the second coin, so we play a straight cut which will get our striker on the second coin and release it too. So they have to hit it very deep to get this straight cut, and then we can finish. Okay, so let's sum up this video now. First, I gave you a clear understanding of what is straight cut. Then I removed the common misconception and told you the real dynamic behind straight cut. Then I gave you some practice tips, the 3-level practice, and based on that practice, what kind of applications we can do with straight cut. And finally, I explained you the bomb aspect of straight cut. Friends, if I get 1000 likes for this video, I will make another video on cross cut. Thank you.